Today's story is about a long journey made by some wise men who knew that a special king was to be born. They went on the journey to find him, but they didn't find him in a palace. Instead, this king was born in a stable. I think they could tell he was going to be different from every other king and that he would change the world forever. It wasn't just shepherds who came to see the baby Jesus. He also had some very important visitors who travelled from a faraway country. They were astrologers, wise men who could read the signs in the stars above them. For weeks, one special star had caught their attention, and its appearance spoke to them of a new and important king to be born. So they set off on a long journey following this star so they could welcome this new baby into the world. Following the star drew them to Jerusalem. When they got there, they tied up their camels and went to see King Herod. After all, a new baby king would be born in the palace, wouldn't he? And that's where King Herod lived. When they told King Herod why they'd come, to their surprise, King Herod was quite upset. "A new king!" he shouted when he heard their news. I think he was a bit jealous. But Herod pretended to the wise men that he was interested. "How fantastic!" he said. "The experts tell me that you will find this baby in Bethlehem. Go there, and when you find him, come back and tell me where he is so I can go and see him and thank God for his birth." So the wise men travelled to Bethlehem and found the star resting above where Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus were. It wasn't a palace, more like a stable for animals. But when they had dismounted from their camels, these great and learned wise men dropped to their knees just as the lowly shepherds had done and thanked God for the birth of the new king. To acknowledge the gift of this baby to the world, they brought their own gifts, expensive gold for a king, sweet-smelling frankincense, which showed the baby's connection to heaven, and myrrh to show how Jesus' life and death would change the world forever. Well, that was the story about the wise men, astrologers who saw the signs in the sky that a special king was to be born. The symbol for the Jesse tree today is a camel, reminding us of the long journey that they made. You can hang that camel on the tree now. The wise men travelled a long way with stars in their eyes, but they ended their journey with God in their hearts. I hope you enjoyed today's story.